Pisces, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your silent enemies reading for I was gonna say November, for September 2021. For those of you who are already members of the 8th House community, thank you so much for your love and support and that beautiful water energy that you bring to the channel. I appreciate everything that you do and all the ways that you support the channel. For those of you new, welcome. Hopefully you will subscribe, hit that notification bell, that way you'll know when I post. This is a silent enemies reading. This reading is designed to help you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges in reference to the people closest to you. Since the people closest to you on a spiritual level were sent to teach you lessons, it's very important that you pay attention to the energies that you get off of them, the vibe you get off of them. Because for some of you, these people may be sent to teach you a lesson, but you know the way that they go out about teaching you the lesson, it could be a situation where it could be detrimental to you. All right, so it's very important that you pay attention to your intuition and that you don't disregard it just because it's your family or it's your friend. Because as many of you know who are spiritually advanced, you know these lessons come through your family, your lovers, your friends. All right, so investigate the nudge, confirm that it's not something that's malicious or ill intent, and then go from there. All right, so we're going to put out 3 cards. These cards, I'm going to channel the energies. I've already prayed and asked for the spirit guides to come in and give me the messages that you guys need to hear. So 3 cards are going to come out. I'm going to channel energies from each of the 3 cards. I'm going to talk about each card separately. But for some of you, some of the scenarios from these cards may all merge. For some people, maybe you may only resonate with 1 scenario. Some you may resonate with 2. But if you want something that deals with your energy exclusively, because I'm talking to a collective here, feel free to reach out. My information's in the box below. I do have a promotion going on right now. You can get 1 question for $10, so make sure you check that out. That's going on until Monday midnight. All right, and then for Virgos, every season, what I do for each sign is the North Nodes, the ascending sign, the Sun, the Moon, and the Venus. They get 50% off of specific tarot card readings, and that information is posted in the community tab, so check that out. If you're interested in getting a reading and you want to see what promotions are currently available, check out the community tab, and or you can email me at 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com. My information is also in the box below. We will have an extended to this, so if this resonates, you will want to follow the extended, okay? So let's get going. So the first card that comes up is the 4 of Cups. Now it's interesting because Aquarius got this card as the first card, but it came out in reverse for them. So if you are a Aquarius, Pisces cusper, or you're dealing with somebody with those energies prominent in their chart, you may want to check out the Aquarius reading. So with the 4 of Cup energy here, this is Cancerian energy. This is showing up as a silent enemies reading because this is the energy of someone being, this could range. When I see the 4 of Cups energy, I look at a range of emotion. A range of emotion could be that, you're just bored with something to the point where you may need psychiatric assistance, okay? Or you may need medication to help you with your emotions. There's a range. And, I'm feeling like you're fitting somewhere in the middle here. Either you're really bored with the situation or unfulfilled with the situation. And then it runs the gamut to, some of you may just need to talk to someone. Maybe you need medication for your emotions, Maybe you have an emotional disorder. And that's no disrespect because there's a lot of us out here who are undiagnosed who have emotional disorders. More so than the ones who take responsibility, understand that something's not right, and they reach out for help. So, you know where you are in this situation. For those of you who resonate with this particular energy. So, this is a situation where whatever it is, whether you're just unfulfilled or bored or whether you need, some assistance dealing with your emotions, this is something that could snowball into something bigger, okay? So it's very important. For some of you, I just feel like you may be depressed, okay? So depression falls in the middle of this situation here. It could be a temporary depression because of a situation that you're dealing with or a scenario or maybe your viewpoint. Maybe you just come out of a situation that was emotionally stressful And, as a result, your healing process puts you in a place where you're depressed or you're unfulfilled or you're unhappy. But just be careful not to let that go too far. There's always a time to heal and mourn a situation, but after a certain period of time, it's unhealthy to be in that state. So for some of you, you do want to just keep, take notice of that, especially if this is not resonating with you directly, but you have a friend who may be under the weather emotionally. Keep an eye on them, check on them, see how they're doing. I always say you can always tell when you have a family member or a friend who's depressed, because a depressed person, you can go to their house and you can see they're depressed. Everything is thrown all over the place. It's not that they're necessarily a dirty person, but if they're normally, tidy and things like that, and you go over there and, everything is all scrambled, they haven't bathed in a day or two, that's a warning that your friend may need some, emotional support. So other than that, some of you, some of you may be drinking as a result of this. That could be what this could be leading to, because Pisces, you do rule escapism, you rule self-pity, you rule, escapism in the form of like drugs and alcohol, okay? Drugs and alcohol that take you, that help to take your mind away from the situation at hand. So some of you just need to be careful that this depression doesn't put you in a space where you're dabbling in drugs and alcohol, especially if you're somebody who's recovering or has already recovered. There could be something that's triggering you, okay? Or if it's, like I said, if it's not you, a friend of yours, they could be in a situation or a circumstance where they're being triggered. We have Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of the month. So some of you, with Mercury retrograde, some people come back, but also memories of certain circumstances and situations that could have, tugged on your heartstrings. Those memories sometimes will come back if you've not resolved, your issues with it. And as a result, maybe some people are drinking or doing other drugs to cope. So just, be careful, be mindful, understand what your triggers are. Understand the planetary alignment, so that way you'll know, okay, well, damn, what the hell triggered me? It could just be a planetary alignment. It may not even be anybody you're dealing with or a circumstance or a situation that's going on now. It could just be a planetary alignment that might put you in the mode where it's like, okay, I'm feeling the sort of way and I don't know why. The second card here is the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's Gemini energy. You need to be careful. When the Gemini energy has been showing up in a lot of the silent enemy readings. I know Aquarius had this as well. I believe they had this. If it wasn't Aquarius, it was Capricorn. It was Capricorn who had the Knight of Swords upright. It was either Capricorn or Aquarius. Either way, it was Aquarius, because Aquarius had the Star card and then they had the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so again, if you are a Pisces or an Aquarius, Pisces, cusper, or dealing with someone who, is in the orb of the 5-degree orb, where, for example, it would be Aquarius 28 degrees, Aquarius 29 degrees, and then 0 degrees Pisces, 1 degree Pisces, 2 degree Pisces. And then I believe it's 3 degree Pisces. So yeah, that's that 5-degree orb where you're getting both energies. So check out the Aquarius video. So the Knight of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy. Now, it's interesting that this Gemini energy is coming up because, Gemini is playing a major role in our lives globally right now. We have the North Node in Gemini, and Lilith just went into Gemini. Lilith came out of Taurus and went into Gemini. So Lilith is in Gemini. The North Node is in Gemini. So you may want to take a look at where Gemini is in your chart. Because maybe some of the things that you're dealing with, some of the trials and the frustration or depression or whatever you're dealing with emotionally, may be being triggered by that house. So for you, that's your 4th house. So the 4th house deals with family, roots, your bloodline, okay? So some of you, if you're dealing with drugs or anything like that, or emotional disorders, this could be something that runs in your family. It could be something generational. So, that could be what's triggering it, especially, with the Lilith, the moon and Lilith, the black moon Lilith in Gemini in your 4th house, as well as just Gemini being your 4th house and the North Node being there as well. That's very potent energy in your 4th house. So some of you, if it's not about family and bloodline and generational curses such as, alcoholism, drug abuse, depression, then it could be something like, the fourth house also deals with what goes on within you. So it could just be something personal going on within you, whatever goes on in your private life. Okay. But with this Knight of Swords in reverse energy here, it's very important that you pay attention to the messages you're getting, because the swords talk about communication. It talks about information. It talks about thoughts. So pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to the information that's given. Pay attention to what you tell yourself as well, Pay attention to the, Gemini is a dual energy. It's the duality. You're dealing with your right, your right side, your left side, your negative side, your positive side, your yin, your yang. All of it's the same. So you're dealing with trying to balance those energies. So the feminine energy is balanced with the masculine. So I feel like for some of you, your feminine energy is outweighing your masculine energy in reference to your emotions and feelings. And for some of you, it could be the way that you're thinking, the thoughts that are coming in, what people are telling you, how people are how they're communicating with you. Some of you, you need to be careful for the energies that are external to you, which is, people lying to you, people not telling you something, people doing things with the intention of hurting you or putting you in a situation of lack. Pay attention. Some of you, it could be, the third house deals with family members. It deals with your siblings. Okay. And it being your fourth house. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with family issues. And maybe those family issues you were dealing with may have a direct effect on the type of connections that you attract to yourself in your adult life. That's for some of you. But just be careful of what people are telling you. There could be somebody who's intentionally lying to you, intentionally holding information from you. Maybe you're in denial. That could be what the Knight of Swords in reverse is that, you're not dealing with the information or dealing with the reality of a situation because, Neptune's in retrograde in your house, in your first house. Neptune's about taking off those rose-colored glasses and seeing the reality of it. I feel like for some of you, external to you, you may have an enemy that around you, a family member specifically, who, may be lying to you, maybe being dishonest to you, or may have in the past, and that's still bothering you. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Cups, this is your energy. It came out in reverse. The Nine of Cups. So with the Nine of Cups coming out in reverse, the reason this is showing up as a silent enemy for you is there could be indulgences that you're dealing in, or there could be somebody who, like, I feel like with this Knight of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse, you need to be careful, as well as the Four of Cups. You need to be careful of the people around you. There could be people who are purposely, they get a rise out of seeing you in despair. Okay? There are people who could be around you, whether it's a lover or a family member, who get a rise out of seeing you suffering. It feels to me like energy of jealousy. Okay, so you could have family members, friends, whoever, around you who are jealous of you. They're greedy. Okay, they're self-centered. And or you may need to be mindful of embodying these energies and giving this off to people. The Nine of Cups energy here in reverse also talks to me about a situation here. Maybe, this Four Cup relates to that. If I was to take 4 from the 9, that would give me 5 of Cups in reverse, which is telling me that there's a mindset that you're going to have to come out of. You're dealing with someone, or we're dealing with someone who did not have your good intention anyway. And you could be trying to please this person. They could be lying to you, trying to manipulate you to keep you around, or to steal your energy or your money or whatever it is that they want from you. And I feel like, you're grieving the process of that for some of you. And it's very difficult as far as, accepting the fact that this person just didn't have your best interests at heart anyway. For some of you, it was family. For others of you, it's your friends or your lovers. They did not have their best interests anyway. They were just there to get what they wanted from you. And I feel like you put in work in a situation. This person lied, they manipulated, they had intent with the Knight of Swords in reverse. They had intent to take from you with the Nine of Cups in reverse. and that may have put you in a state of depression. Some of you, it could be family members, which is why maybe this is, very difficult for you to deal with, difficult for you to manage, because you may still have to be in contact with these family members. So it could be a lot of gaslighting going on with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So you just want to take a look at, when you look at every person that's in your life, just look at the energy that you feel automatically when you think about them or you bring their name up. What do you immediately feel? And if you feel something that's negative, then that might be that relationship that you need to investigate, especially if you're still dealing with this person. If you aren't, then, look at the unresolved issues that you have going on with that connection and see if you can come to some type of closure within yourself about it, so that you're able to move on and not allow that to hinder you from your positive relationships moving forward, or having positive relationships moving forward. So Pisces, that's what I got for you for the Silent Enemies reading. So, you did show up in your own reading. When you show up in your own reading, that means that you need to be careful and mindful of the way you think, how you move, how you speak, and how you allow others to treat you. Okay? So I'm going to go to the extended. I'm going to pull like 4 cards for each of these to see what additional messages Spirit has for you under these energies. If it resonated or with you or with someone else, feel free to click that like button, okay? If you want to speak about it in the comment section on how it resonates with you or someone you know, feel free to do so. I would ask that people, be sensitive to this situation in the comment section, and not, bash or talk negative, because for some people, they may not have anybody else to talk to. They come to Tarot, they watch these readings, and they may want to look in the comments and see if they're alone, if somebody else resonates with what they're going through, and they may want to comment as a result of that. So I want that to be a safe space for people to do so. If it didn't resonate with you, check your other placements. Maybe some of the other readings resonate. And don't forget, with this reading, if you are Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper, or the person you're dealing with is Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper in any area of their chart, you may want to check out the Aquarius reading as well. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button. If you don't like this style of reading, if you look on the screen, you should see 4 other types of Pisces readings that you can check out. And with that being said, I'm going to head out to the extended. The link's in the box below. Feel free to join. Don't forget to check out the promotions in the community tab. And I will see you guys in the extended or in the next reading. Peace out, Pisces.